Today in Cannabis News, an advocacy group in Austin, Texas, submits a measure to decriminalize cannabis citywide. A bipartisan group of federal legislators urged the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs to undertake immediate legislative adjustments to guarantee that military veterans can access cannabis for medicinal purposes. And the U.S. Treasury Secretary states that cannabis banking legalization would assist IRS duties. It's Friday, December 3rd, and this is your Trichomes Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the Trichomes.com studios in Southern California, it's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First up, Ground Game Texas, a state community organization, handed thousands of signatures to the Austin Municipal Clerk's office this week in endorsement of a measure that would decriminalize cannabis citywide and prohibit no-knock warrants. The measure has been called the Austin Freedom Act of 2021 by the Public Outreach and Advocacy Group. The municipal clerk must now check the validity of the provided signatures, which may take weeks. If validated, the Austin City Council might vote to immediately enact the new legislation or possibly put it on the ballot for the general election in May of 2022. Thanks to the tireless efforts of the on-the-ground organizers from Ground Game Texas and partner organizations, Austin residents will soon have the ability to make lasting change to our antiquated and racist criminal justice laws, said Ground Game Texas political director Mike Siegel. With successful campaigns like these, Ground Game Texas will continue to empower and excite communities around progressive change and deliver for the marginalized communities that too often get left behind.
Next up, in a formal letter, a bipartisan group of federal legislators urged the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs to undertake immediate legislative adjustments to guarantee that military veterans can access cannabis for medicinal purposes. The heads of the Congressional Cannabis Caucus wrote to VA Secretary Dennis McDonough this week, imploring him to explore a change in policy to allow access to medical cannabis for VA patients, as well as to act swiftly and implement this change as soon as possible. The legislators cited statistics indicating that the veteran population has elevated incidences of opioid addiction and post-traumatic stress disorder, adding that research has shown that cannabis can be safe and effective in targeted pain management. Additionally, cannabis has proven benefits in managing PTSD and other health issues, including multiple sclerosis and seizure disorders. The letter continues, over 20 veterans continue to die by suicide each day. It is past time we stop barring access from these innovative therapies. We therefore respectfully urge you to ensure no veteran can be denied medically prescribed cannabis treatments.
Last up this week, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen of the Biden administration stated she believes that permitting state-authorized cannabis firms to utilize financial services would help the Internal Revenue Service, or the IRS, collect taxes more effectively. In a hearing before the House Financial Services Committee, Colorado Representative Ed Perlmutter spoke about the special type of collection challenge the IRS undertakes regarding tax collection from cannabis-related businesses forced to operate in cash only. Representative Perlmutter then questioned Yellen on whether permitting cannabis companies to access the banking system, which is currently outlawed by federal statute, rather than operating solely on cash, would end up making the IRS's work more efficient in gathering millions of dollars in taxes owed. Yellen replied frankly, yes, of course it would.
That was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals and a place to discuss these stories and others, visit Trichomes.com.
And be sure to catch up with all of our other cannabis industry-related podcasts like Hash It Out, Tech and Cannabis, or the International Cannabis Conversation wherever you get your podcasts. For Trichomes.com, I'm Devin Leal.
And I'm RJ Balde, signing off.